Yep, this is JJ from Shadowing the Big Boys. So, yep, today I'm actually sharing with you can call it a educational sharing or things like that, but it is actually a problem that a lot of my students actually is facing. So, this is actually a topic on FOMO. If any one of you not sure what is FOMO, it actually mean fear of missing out. So, I believe for a lot of us, in terms of trading, especially those new traders, they do fall into the trap of fear of missing out. I mean, even for those who has traded for quite some time, it's really something that is that they need to work on in order for you to move on to the next stage of your trading. So today, I'm going to share this this is sharing that will actually boost your trading performance in terms of the your trading profitability and stuff like that if you are able to actually master these four ways that you can work around FOMO around this FOMO, okay, and eliminating them totally or rather reducing it to almost minimum, okay. So let's move on to the next slide. And the slide that is coming over here, it actually is just as per normal. I will need to actually mention the disclaimer, like this content. If there are anything that is of a hint for you to carry out some trade, it is basically educational purposes. So should not be should not be treated as a professional advice, blah blah blah. So this is the standard and usual disclaimer stuff that I just want to bring across. Then next we have this. Okay, so I do believe that a picture speaks 1,000 words. So I would like to share this picture that really exactly they depict what actually FOMO is. So I believe a lot of you all actually can pretty much relate to this as well. So you do have like a optimism, excitement, thrill, euphoria stage. This you can see that exactly happening in let's say the Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin in the beginning, I mean during the startup, I mean not say startup, but in the early years, you do see people that is more maybe that there's something like people are not so believing into it or things like that. But as the times goes by, people get optimistic about it when the price start to keep going up by tenfold, hundredfold, or even thousandfold. Then people get excited, thrill, and euphoric. I mean, euphoric about the price. So here's when there is actually the maximum financial risk, I would say. So of course, nobody know about when exactly euphoria will happen, but yeah, as the things go higher and higher, the risk get more, of course. So then that on the flip side, when things start to crumble down, and you will start hearing people saying that, oh, if they were to buy on top, then they will say, oh, okay, I'm a long-term investor or things like that. So this is actually a cycle that always happen again and again and again in sort of like a sine wave, or the peak and trough type of curve that you can see here. Okay, so it will repeat again and coming out. Okay, so that's that. And then for today it's actually a quick um sharing that I have with all of you, and it is actually pretty much summarized in this picture with I mean this table, which I will go in depth a little bit in just like one slide to share with you a little bit more on each of these causes and solution that I have thought out of. So the first of all, of course, if let's say you don't have a plan and you trade more of emotion rather than trade your plan, then of course that will give you a problem of FOMO, because you don't know when you want to enter, don't know how you're going to enter, or where you want to enter, why you want to enter. So those are the things that will hinder you to make a good judgment of entering a trade. So that to work around it, of course, that comes with a training plan. You execute your training plan accordingly. Then of course, during the course of time, like the I mean, let's say for example, the USD chart, it might be looking to go bullish from where you are looking at now, but over the course of the week it might changes. But you also need to cater to the part where, okay, there are changes. I need to have a alternative strategy if this thing don't work out. So it's like plan A and plan B. Okay, so that's that. And then secondly, of course, if you do have a string of losses, and I also want to mention winners, because both of them are equally bad, I feel, because the thing is that yeah, if you do have winners, of course that's good for you, but people might tend to do silly things, which I will elaborate on later on the slides. So yeah, the solution would be to reduce the lot size even if you're on a winning streak. Then third of all, if you are staring at your chart, squeezing out trades, so this might happen as and when, let's say, when maybe you're tired, or maybe yeah, after a long day of work, if you have a full-time job, then yeah, try not to just stare at the chart. But of course, if you do have a plan, then your emotional and your physical well-being is taken care of. I mean, you are on a good um, mental being, then yeah, you can go ahead and trade. But if you have no clue where to enter, yeah, basically you're squeezing on your trade, and the solution, of course, is just to move away. Yeah, stop and move away, do something else, and let's say watch YouTube, or yeah, anything else rather than trading. And when you're not on your top form, you lose your money. Okay, then last but not least, I think this peer pressure, I can elaborate a bit, is that let's say for example, if you were to get onto a forum, and then people that actually enter trade according to some guru signal or trade call, then yeah, it might pose a problem when, I mean, the how one person trade and how you trade, it might be different. The style that you trade, and yeah, the comfort level, whether does it suit your style to actually enter in this fashion. It all boils down to the style of your trading. So if it doesn't align with what you are trading, or how you're trading, then just keep and move on. Okay, so sometimes, of course, it's very hard because of the peer pressure that you get from maybe a trading group or trading forum. Yep. So going into pictures, because I mean, I'm someone who likes to show picture, and then it tells you a bit, not a bit more, or rather a lot more than just me going through in words and thousands or hundreds of words that might bore you. So yeah, if you don't have a plan, this was the first point that I mentioned. If you don't have a plan and you trade with a lot of emotion, then this is what that that will happen to you. You will be always buying at the high and then selling at the low, and the cycle keeps repeating, rather than selling at the high and buying at the low, which is the opposite case. Okay, so if you don't have a plan, then just stop trading, or don't trade it at all. So yeah, over here I do have a just a print screen I took from online. So if you do see yourself losing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think more than five lah. So if you're finding yourself in this situation, you must reduce your lot size, because one thing is you have already um, in some way lose your confidence or lost your foothold in terms of finding a good trade. So when that happens, of course, you want to reduce the risk. But that means reduce the amount of money that you're losing. So that's one way that you can go about doing it. And then, of course, this will also help you in terms of FOMO, because especially when you lose money, you will tend to have this FOMO mentality. You want to win back what you have lost. So yeah, reduce your lot size. And then for winning streak, of course, like the one on the right hand side, you have a couple of winning streak and you think that you are sort of like invincible and you won't lose money. So that's where it becomes very dangerous as well because you will be I mean, yeah, sloppy in your setup. When let's say for example you have um, 5 criteria that you need before you enter the trade, but then when you're on winning streak, you think okay lah. I think three criteria met will be sufficient. Then you enter the trade, and then it didn't go out well, or worse, you actually step out your risk. Maybe usually you are on 10%, 1% of your trading account, but then for now, since you are on winning streak, you went up to like 5% or 6%, and yeah, things like that. But so that's the thing I mentioned about even if you win or even if you lose, you need to sort of like let's say reduce your size so that you can manage your own expectation because the trading is basically a game of probability. So you can win like 6 7 times in a row, but you can also lose the same amount or even more. Okay, so that's on the string of losses or winners. Then yeah, coming back to this staring on the chart, squeezing out trade. So if you are tired or if you are not focusing, you are not able to focus after a long day of work, then yeah, probably you should step aside. Let's say get yourself a coffee or when your mind is ready for trading, then yeah, you can go ahead or just skip that day totally because I mean trading wise, the market is always there 24/5. Yeah, unless you're on weekend. But if you're on the weekday, just go on and do something else if you don't think that you yourself is suited physically and mentally to trade. Yeah, so this can also help you to avoid FOMO because you are trying to squeeze out something to trade as well. Okay, because you maybe feel you are missing out on the setup or things like that. Then last but not least, yeah, this peer pressure you can eliminate them by um, having your own plan, knowing and understanding how your trading style is, and then if it aligns with, I mean, if let's say you get some trading signal or trade call from someone, you felt that okay, it might be something that you can trade, then yeah, if it aligns with how you trade, then you can go ahead. But then the thing is that yeah, try to rationalize internally by yourself. Yeah, whether you want to follow or whether you don't want to follow and not be affected by other people because it is especially important when, for example, if you are I mean, if you are in a trading group, then you see that people are posting that, hey, I follow this guru, and then yeah, I was able to make this and this amount, and then where the pressure actually starts to build up when there are more people who is posting this stuff on that group itself. So yeah, you need to be mentally and really prepare yourself in terms of such so-called peer pressure, and then really work on how you can best go about doing such thing. Yeah. Okay, so these are all the four stuff that I wanted to mention, or rather four solutions that I want to mention to you all in this sharing. So here is just the summary I wanted to put out again, so you can take a look and understand how you can actually work around it successfully, and hope that this will actually help you in your trading and make you more profit. Okay, then thank you.